Okay, so a little later than usual, we have the first humble choice of 2022, and we're already dropping down from 12 to 10 games again. First up, the big title this month is Mafia Definitive Edition. It's basically 1930s GTA, but more story-driven. It seems really decent so far. The set pieces and the car chase on the intro is particularly nice, and I think I'll give it a play this month. If you're into GTA style games, or the Mafia franchise in general, then this one could be worth the price of admission alone.
Just sit tight and pray. Don Salieri wants you.
Looks great, plays well, good story.
So if you ever need it.
Next is the first giveaway this month, as I have it on Game Pass. It's Iron Harvest 1920. This is an RTS where you start out in story mode playing a girl called Anna. She's having a snowball fight with the boys in the village, and it soon progresses to hunting with your brother, where you soon come across a bear and its cub. Spin forward a few years and you're fighting enemies attacking your homeland with a bear in tow. The game itself isn't bad, though I'm not sure about the strategy elements yet. It probably just takes some getting used to. It's a decent game though, and story mode really adds to the sense of depth and draws you in. Here I have it set to native mode, so you have the original language acting for the characters, which also adds to the atmosphere. It's a good game and I'd recommend it for a bit of a play. To win this game, subscribe and comment that you want it, or follow on Twitter and retweet the video post there. I sometimes wonder if games are released a humble choice for free as a marketing cost so that they can push their DLC. Project Winter Runway is advertising its own Blackout DLC, for example. Project Winter is yet another in a line of multiplayer games where players try to survive while one player is working against them. You've seen Among Us, it's that in 3D in the snow. I'm surprised that this isn't an early access title, as there are almost no people to play against. I found one French server, a server with people speaking what I presume is Russian, and a few that I just couldn't connect to or where games didn't start. Helpfully, unlike some games, there's a practice mode and a tutorial to get you used to the skills that you'll need, which is helpful given how dead the servers are. Unfortunately, most of the footage I captured was from these modes. This kind of game isn't really my thing anyway, but I do quite like watching them being played on Twitch, so if you stream this online, be sure to let me know over on Twitter or in the comments section, and I'll check it out. This is the second game I already have this month, so I'm giving this one away. Subscribe and comment for a chance to win, and hopefully you'll have more luck connecting than I did. This is a turn-based cop sim. In the tutorial you enter a bank with the plan that you'll stop the bad guys and save the hostages. It seems nice enough, but man, I'm really bored by it already. I'm not really a turn-based fan, to be fair. Most of it involves sneaking up and making sure you're not left vulnerable, so it's fairly straightforward. Fans of turn-based strategy games should enjoy it. Rustler is like a medieval GTA. Grand Theft Horsey, maybe. You start out as a gang member of the medieval thug life, stealing a horse and evading cops, and then you have bigger missions like murdering a knight and so on. The visuals are great, the audio is a funny mix of medieval and hip-hop, and overall the parody work is on point. I never want to use the phrase on point again. Good game, and I'll play more of this month, I think. The Henry Stickmin collection is a remade version of an old Newsground Flash series where you play Henry Stickmin getting in and out of a variety of scrapes and scenarios. It seems to be a little bit in the style of Dragon's Lair in that you get some choices during faster paced moments, and if you pick the wrong choice then you go back to try again. But like with the introduction, all of the choices seem to be incorrect, like this court scene where I'm presenting evidence. Each item you pick has a 20 to 30 second unskippable animation where you're declared guilty. If the scenes were skippable and shorter, then I'd probably have this mess uninstalled faster. Farmer's Dynasty, or Dynasty, is a weird one. I got House Flipper vibes from the music and the general work, but it's so weird. The voice acting sounds like basic speech synthesis and everything is just, well, weird. Like, you'll essentially harass a lady NPC and she'll tell you to get stuffed, and then your reputation with her increases somehow. Weird. There's a lot of busy work though. There's fixing up the farm you inherited, doing work for other people, and then obviously more DLC that's for sale. Everything feels a bit awkward and janky though. Even trying to set the resolution options didn't quite work out right. I set a 1920 by 1080 window, and that's not what you get. Hence this game's footage is slightly upscaled. No, it's not set to potato mode either, everything's maxed out I think. The really confusing thing about this game is that it's actually from 2019 and not 2009. It could keep fans of busywork games interested, but it's not for me. Between the Stars is an early access game which is best described as a space RPG. You start out on a pretty badly damaged ship, having to defend yourself against a couple of people, and then you make your way to the nearby base for repairs, where you have to do some light work in exchange for those repairs. The ship combat's decent, and the flying about is not too bad. It looks nice when you get used to the controls, and it feels pretty good to play. I might play this a bit more this month and see where the story goes. I've actually given this away a few times on Twitter, but I've never played it. It turns out it's a bit like a phone game version of Frogger with cars, or maybe those Infinite Runner games. You're in a car, you race down a straight road, you hit another car and it runs over. It's enjoyable for about 2 minutes, and I'd probably keep it installed longer if it was on a mobile phone. The music's nice, but I prefer to have my 2 GB back. Lastly, we have self-described tactical narrative-driven RPG Midnight Protocol. You play a hacker recently released from incarceration, getting back into the game. For extra nerd points, it's all keyboard controlled, and you have to use various programs to circumvent security and financial systems and steal data in order to progress through the story. It's not bad, but it does ostensibly feel more like a nerdy visual novel than a game. So that's it. It's a bit of a sparse month, really. Mafia, Iron Harvest and Rustler are the games that I liked out of the selection, but the rest feel very much like filler, or like games Humble got for free in exchange for the chance of studios to sell some DLC. As mentioned, I'm giving away Iron Harvest and Project Winter. I hope you have more luck joining a game than I did. To win, just subscribe and leave a comment saying which game you want to win, and for an extra chance to win, follow @SlothrockUK on Twitter and retweet the link to this video. It's worth following me there, as I give away at least 4 games per week to followers at the moment. Please consider liking this video if you like it, and if not, free to dislike it too. Give me some feedback in the comment section, and we'll get some chat going about these games and which you like and dislike. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. To be fair.